Well, I'm happy that we played not nearly as well as I thought we would play, and capable of playing, and still live to tell about it with a victory. Um, we did some really good things. I thought we defended really well. We obviously shot our free throws great going down the stretch. We didn't take care of the ball. I know that probably shocks you that I said that. And we could have done a much better job on the boards. We had a number of balls that went off our hands to them or went off our hands to out of bounds. And but I thought those were really the only two areas that were disappointing. Now the turnovers were really disappointing, and I was very surprised that we turned it over like that. But just got to keep working on it, and got to get some guys. Got to get a couple guys a little bit more engaged in how competitive the game is, and I think some of our lack of experience is showing up at times with. It's not easy to win a Division I basketball game sometimes, and we have to do a little better job. It's not just a couple guys, not many, just a couple, but a couple guys got to do a better job than they did tonight.
Coach, I asked Randall for this, what other changes need to be made before Friday before you play the Bruce? Did you think so?
It wouldn't matter if we were getting ready to play anybody. We need to take better care of the ball. That's what needs to happen. And you look down and we shoot 55%, 42% from three, 86 from the line. We're doing some really good things. And they shoot 37%, 18% from three. There are several things that are going very well. But what happens is you lose all your momentum when you turn the ball over to them and they can go down and make a layup. So it doesn't give your defense a chance to play. So we just got to do a better job of taking care of the ball so our defense has a chance to play.
What did you guys do in the days leading up to this game in practice to prepare for that press of theirs, and what you all saw from them defensively tonight? How did that match up with what you?
So many of the turnovers were just unforced. I mean, so many of them were, just very, very unforced, casual, lazy passes. I mean, just things that, again, it goes back to that a couple guys not understanding the degree of intensity that you have to play with in a Division I basketball game. And so anyway, what did we do? We put 6 guys out on the court on defense, trapped, didn't have any problems, took care of it, got easy shots, and got to the game and looked like first time we'd seen it. So, but that's okay. That's all right. There's some things we're doing really well, and as a coach, of course, you focus on what things have to be improved and made better, and certainly our ball care would top the list tonight. But there are some things that we're doing very well, and I thought our execution going down the stretch was good. But at that point, we've already taken the energy out of the gym because of all of our turnovers. It's like everybody's and coaches, players, fans, everybody, and so it's hard to create a nice amount of energy and mojo when you throw it out of bounds, you throw it to them, and so hopefully we'll learn from this and get better from it.
You talk about those turnovers being self-inflicted, not really being prepared to play in a game, but how do you go about fixing that as a coach?
Well, it wasn't just total not being prepared to play in the game. I just think there's a couple guys that are too casual, is all I'm saying. And but one way you go about fixing it is you tighten up how things were done in practice, even though we didn't turn it over in practice. But you find other guys that can play. And if guys don't want to come in and don't want to go in and play with the intensity and the toughness and the ball care that it needs. And you got to, I mean, if we got to put 4 guards out there with Ryan, then we got to put 4 guards out there with Ryan. So we just, but we're going to find 5 guys who are going to take care of the ball if it costs me the rest of my hair.
Are the guys you've been seeing being too casual with, or you saw being too casual with it tonight, is that more just a game-to-game thing, or is it something you've been seeing from them for the rest of the season?
You know, I just think that tonight we turned it over a couple of times unnecessarily, and then we got back on our heels, and then everybody was guessing, and again, it's good that we face this. It's good that this happened to us, because, you know, now I'm pretty sure that we'll be pretty in tune to what we're saying about ball care, and not that they weren't, but it needs to happen in a game. You know, you can, like I said, heck, we put 6 defenders out there yesterday in practice. We got constant traps going on in practice because the other team has 6, and we didn't turn the ball over one time. So it's just a matter of bringing that disposition to the game and not being casual, not being careless. Turnovers generally fall into one of 2 categories: carelessness or selfishness. And neither of those are good. But tonight our turnovers were very, very careless.
Marcus scored 19 tonight, career high. Didn't miss a shot, but when he talked to us, it was the 5 turnovers he committed that stood out to him. He was more upset about. Is that the attitude you've seen out of him, and were those 5 turnovers selfishness or carelessness?
Marcus doesn't make very many selfish turnovers because he's not a selfish player. But Marcus is hard on himself, but you look down and he gets 19 points on 5 shots, and he grabs 5 rebounds, so Marcus played a very good game. Does he need to take better care of the ball? Sure he does, especially as a point guard. But he did way more good things tonight than he did bad, and as did a lot of our guys. Cam Davis's line isn't that spectacular, but he was a tremendous difference maker for us going down the stretch defensively. And so anyway, we just we got a lot of things we can get better at, and that's what we got to do.
Another really active game. I mean, is that pretty much what you expected when he told us he thought he was going to have a really big senior year? And how sustainable do you think that is over the course of this?
Oh, it's going to have to be sustainable. And there's more in there. There's more in there. I promise you there is. And he had 15 and 8 tonight, and now he did block 3 shots. He blocked some shots going down the stretch, which really was really helpful. It was really, kind of unusual for us because we don't block many. And he got in there and used his athleticism and blocked a few, and it made a big difference for us. But yeah, Ryan's just a really good player, and he's steady and smart and tough and good. So yeah, I think it will be sustainable because I think he's really good.
When you're putting together a non-conference schedule, you obviously want different kind of challenges. Was the press something you wanted to see your guys play against, especially considering you got West Virginia coming in here in 2 weeks?
You don't really know that much about how people play. I mean, I haven't done these guys any favors with the schedule. Honestly, that I feel badly about that because I start a team with 2 returning guys on the road, which is ridiculous, so you try to schedule to the team that you think you're going to have, and I probably misdiagnosed that a little bit, but these guys are fighters, they're competitors, they're gonna keep grinding and keep getting better, and like I said, we're happy to win tonight despite the fact that we didn't even come close to playing our best game, and hopefully we'll take good stock of what took place today and try to make it better.
You all were, going into today, we're coming up maybe your best game of the season against Lehigh on Saturday. I mean, how much of that casual play that you saw, do you think could maybe be attributed to that, where the guys are coming off a good performance, they're feeling better about themselves? Or I guess how much of it do you think can also be just attributed to inexperience in youth?
I would say more of it's inexperience and youth, and I don't. This is the second time in a little over a week that I've kind of been duped, because the last 2 days in practice we looked great. We probably had one of our best practices of the year yesterday, and again the ball care was great. The offense was sharp. And again, you can see that there are things that are, again, you look at our shooting statistics the last couple of games, and they're starting to creep up, and we're starting to have a high assist ratio to baskets made, which is probably what we need to do. But again, you know, I've got to put them, like I told them after the game, I'm gonna own this, because I have to put them in more adverse situations in practice. And I have to put them under duress in practice more than I have. And so when something happens in the game, it seems easier, not harder.
Marcus, was the press something you guys had seen, I guess, on film from them, or was that something new? And what do you think gave you guys so much trouble?
We knew that it would press, and we've played a couple teams that have pressed already. I think just next time we got to do a better job of locking in, really just being strong with the ball, taking care of the ball. A lot of that was on me, my part. I know I had 5 turnovers myself. It's unacceptable, but I think it was really just a lack of focus on our part.
What do you think, if anything, was maybe different about their press, or were they more so just the self-inflicted errors you had talked about there?
Well, I mean, we had a couple turnovers on their press, but I mean, it was really in the half court is where all of our turnovers came. I mean, obviously they're pressing, but I mean, we just weren't meeting passes. We weren't staying strong with the ball in the half court, really. You know, their press caused some turnovers, but it was in the half court. We were just giving them the ball.
Marcus, what was going right for you offensively, career high in points, and you didn't miss a shot? You think, is this the first time in your career that you've kind of shot 100%?
Yeah, it is. Kind of just try to come into the game locked in. I know as of late I've kind of been a little streaky shooting, so trying to, I guess, get on the streak of on the side of when I'm hitting shots. Kind of did that a little bit today, hit a couple early shots, and then just focus on making free throws down the stretch.
Where do you think you've been mentally, Marcus, these past 3 games? You know, it's kind of a slower start to the year, but starting with the Oklahoma State game, you've really started to play a whole lot better. As a freshman, where all this is still kind of new to you, where have you been mentally during this last week or so?
Just trying to be on myself about getting better, helping my teammates. My teammates are doing a great job in practice of letting me know that they have confidence in me to make plays and to help them win, but at the same time challenging me in practice, making sure that I'm getting better every day. So I'm really just trying to stick with that journey, keep getting better every day so that I can keep helping us get wins throughout the season.
Guys, what else do you think needs to change before Friday when you play the city game at Pitt Arena?
We have to be more consistent. I know we talked about, we can't play good for, 5-6 minutes and play bad, at the end of the half. I thought, after the first 4 minutes, until the last 4 minutes, that's where we built a lead, and that's where we really got to work on. I think the lead was at 10 or 11, and I think that's what we got to work on. Staying focused so we can go in the halftime up, 14 or 15, rather than, I know I had a horrible turnover, but we played bad at the end of the first half, and it gave them life again, and that's what gave them the confidence to come back in the second half, and that's when we find ourselves in a dogfight where it's pretty close at the end. So that's mainly what I think we need to work on.
And with the way you're scoring and rebounding and just kind of filling the stat sheet, doing a little bit of everything, you think that's something that you can kind of sustain once you guys, get into conference play and play some bigger, stronger teams?
I mean, those are good things, but I mean, that's just kind of product of trying to play my hardest. Boxing out. Every team's gonna crash hard on the boards, and then just be ready when my shots come. But that's just playing basketball, and I'm not really worried about that. If I do my job and get our guys going and try to lead them, that'll fall into place. So I'm not too worried about that.
Right, along those lines, do you feel like this is as comfortable and confident as you felt working on ball and creating? Is that just like that facet of your game? Is that coming together now?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've always had, confidence. It just, sometimes I didn't make as many plays or whatever, but, my minutes are higher, so I'm just settling in the game and trying to make plays for my teammates and, let my shots come as they come.
High Point typically shoots the three pretty well. You held them to 18% tonight. Was there anything different defensively that you did to be able to stop them from beyond the arc?
No. I knew, pretty sure they had one of their shooters out tonight. But really, this is where the drive got beat. So we're just trying to, stick passes, close out, and, not get beat on the drive, which I didn't think a few times we didn't do that.
Kind of a dumber question here, Marcus. I had noticed in the first 5 or 6 games you had worn some on your shoulder, some kind of sleeve. Obviously not wearing it tonight. Was that just some like with I don't know if your shoulder was bothering you at all, or I guess what went into that change?
It was just a little something I was wearing for protection earlier in the season, just on my shoulder. And then really, I've just been working on getting it stronger up until this point, and it's strong enough to the point where I don't have to wear the sleeve anymore, so that's pretty much it.
By my count, you guys had 16 consecutive successful foul shots at the end. Were you aware of that streak at all while you were going to the foul line?
No, I wasn't really thinking about the streak. I just knew in order to win games down the stretch, when teams are fouling, close games, stuff like that, you got to hit free throws. And I just pride myself in being able to do that as a point guard. So really just try to focus on making my own free throws, and all the guys did the same. Ryan did the same. Millie did the same. So.
Point of emphasis to practice?
Oh, for sure. Every shoot around before game day and every practice we work on free throws, and we make it competitive. Add a little running involved, so every guy's a little bit more, I guess.
Ryan, how tough was last year's city game to take, and how much are you looking forward to an opportunity Friday night?
It was tough. Anytime you go against, Duquesne and the city game, it means a lot. People get excited for that game. So it was tough. It was frustrating. But really, we're just, glad we got this one tonight, even though it wasn't pretty. And we're going to, be prepared for Friday. So I know a lot of us are going to be, we'll be ready.
Marcus, how much has Millie helped you in transitioning into college basketball, given he's a senior, you guys play the same position, and you're on the court a lot together?
Yeah, that's really big, bro. So he helps me on and off the court, really. But he's done a great job of just telling me different things he's experienced while being here. Just overall, his whole career, just telling me different things, how to lead guys, how to put guys in certain positions. Millie, Ryan does that a lot as well, being here for 4 years. Both those guys really just put confidence in me and just try to give me advice. And I try to put it to use, help the team. So I'm thankful for both these guys.
Personally,
Last question, yes.
Marcus, with the 19 points, the perfect shooting, but with the 5 turnovers, what do you take away from a performance like this? How do you evaluate yourself based on what happened out there?
I'm not good enough, because I feel like a lot of my turnovers kind of sparked their offense, whether it be transition, and a lot of them came kind of when they're going on their little run to close the gap. So, I mean, scoring is all well and good, but I'd rather have a better defensive game and have 0 turnovers and way more assists than have 19 points and 5 turnovers.
Really happy and pleased with our guys and the way that they performed. We forced 22 turnovers, got 11 steals. We only turned the ball over 10 times, which is an improvement from previous games for us. Took the lead in the second half, got up 1, I think with about 9 minutes to go, got up 3 in that range. And just kind of some empty possessions late in the game, and then give them credit. Made some timely shots. And they made some shots tonight that I hadn't seen them make a lot of in previous games, so you got to give them credit for the way they played. But I thought we did a great job defensively, turning them over 22 times, 11 steals. We just had some empty opportunities late in the game and transition opportunities when we got the lead. So just got to get our young team better and improve and take advantage of the chances that we've been giving each other. So and it's hard when one of your best players is out hurt, and then your second best or third best or whatever you want to call one of your top three has a 3 for 18 game. So still right there with a chance to play, win the game, a couple possession game late in the game. That's pretty good for our group.
You would touch on it some there, Scott. How much does your all's offensive and overall team identity change without Proctor?
That's big. He's a good player. He was really good in our opening season game against William and Mary and was Big South Conference Player of the Week. And, he's 17, 18 points a game. And it's hard to lose at our level, a guy like that, I think at any level. But, yeah, he's a big part of what we do. He can, he has the ability to score. He can defend, impacts the game in a bunch of different ways. And, it's hard to lose scoring like that when you need a guy like that with his experience.
Do you have any sort of insight as to how long he's going to be out?
Don't know yet. Day to day, it's improved dramatically since he did it. He's got a good possibility of maybe playing on Friday, but it's a non-Division I game, so we're definitely going to have him back for the College Charleston game on that following Monday.
Marcus Carr, the Pitt's point guard, 19 points. What made it so difficult to defend him, especially in the second half when he was driving, getting to the foul line, and then converting his free throw?
He played really well, and didn't miss a shot. So, heck of a game for a freshman. Played really well. Ran their offense, got them into what they needed to do, and they do a good job of moving you around and then trying to take advantage of your mistakes or driving you once they get you moved around. So. And when you put him and Luther in a ball screen or one of those other guys that can shoot, it's a hard thing to guard. But, I thought our kids made some good plays. We just didn't cash in on the offensive end with some opportunities.
You went on that, I think it was a 10-1 run second half. What was the spark that created that for you?
I think defensively we turned them over and, like I said, we made shots at the other end. We just have stretches in games where, we could go 7 to 9 possessions empty offensively that we just, I got guys out there that 2 freshmen a lot of the times in Mutz and Slay and young guys that haven't played a lot of college basketball. So it's just like that's not an excuse. That's just our team, and it's going to take some time to get better. As I'm sure Coach Stallings is probably saying the same thing with his group. So it's a process. So we're getting better. I like Denny Slay stepped up and played big tonight at the point guard position for us, and as a freshman and. Justin had some tremendous plays, and he'll continue to learn and get better and understand when and how he can do things. And but we need all guys clicking on all cylinders, and it's not one guy's fault, but it's hard to have a game where one of your top 2 guys is struggling the way he was. But it's not his fault. We played well. We had a chance, gave ourselves an opportunity, and that's really all you ask for.
Playing against a team with 7 freshmen, 9 first-time D1 players, how effective going into tonight did you all feel like your all's press would be, and your all's very sort of intense, even half-court defense? How effective did you all think it'd be?
We thought we could. I wouldn't say I anticipated 22 turnovers and 11 steals, but I thought the pressure, the way we do it, could affect them. Could cause some turnovers, could allow us to get out in transition and make some plays. They're pretty deliberate in terms of their half-court offense, and so guys are kind of in set spots for us to do our run and jump stuff. So, we only had one really full day to practice it, but, we've been practicing it all in the preseason. We felt like there would be some opportunities there for us to maybe run at some younger guys or guys that maybe don't play the point guard position a lot. And so, we were effective in it. Like I said, we just didn't cash in on the offensive end a few times that really, really hurt us.